Hello, all you coin collecting, coin loving, coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have for you a 1948 half crown. And some of you don't know much about the half crown, and so I want to talk to you a little bit about the half crown as we look it over. The half crown was the equivalent of 1/8 of a British pound. It was also the equivalent of 2 shillings, or what we call a florin coin, and 6 pence. So if you wanted to break it down, this coin would be worth 2 shillings and 6 pence, or it could be 2 1-shilling coins and 2 3-pence coins, or it could be a shilling and 6 1-pence coins, and it added up to being 1/8 of a pound. So if you're trying to put them all together, you could have an enormous number of coins that added up to 1 British pound. Let's take a look at the front of the coin to start off. So on the front, and many of you already knew who was going to be on the front because it was 1948, is George VI. By the grace of God, King of Britain. And we see a beaded inner edge. We see engraver's initials down here. And the engraver on this particular coin on the front was Thomas Humphrey Paget. We see that King George VI is facing to the left. The beaded inner edge, we see a reeded or segmented rim as we go around, and on the back we see an incredibly intricately designed coin which has the British coat of arms in the center. So if we take a look at this coin, and this particular coin, and we'll go right down here, this was actually designed, the back, by George Kruger Gray, and so he puts his K over here way down underneath, and his G over here. That's a Kruger Gray. If we leave it a little bit magnified, we see that there are 3 lions lying down, or I guess some people call them passant lions, and this is the coat of arms of Britain, so we have 3 passant or lying down lions. These lions have crowns on them. I don't know if you can see that, the little crown, spiky crown on them. And then in the upper right corner, we see the standing crowned lion of Scotland. And in the lower left corner, we see the harp of Ireland. And in 1948, many of you will say, well, what's Ireland doing in there? Well, Northern Ireland, or the northern 6 counties, continue to be part of Great Britain, but we know that in the 1930s that Southern Ireland became the Republic of Ireland. But the Irish harp is still on this coin because the northern 6 counties of Ireland. On the left, we see the crowned monogram of George VI, and we see the 2 G's that kind of are intertwined facing each way with the crown above them, and that's on the left, and that's also on the right. If we look at the top of this coin, we see that this is kind of a funny detail, but the hanger for the coat of arms is up there also. This coin is a copper nickel coin. It's a big coin. It weighs 14.14 grams, 32.3 millimeters in diameter, and it is 2.2 millimeters in thickness. It was only made in 1947 and 1948. This particular coin in 1948, there were 71 million of them made, so it's not a very rare coin or a very expensive coin. It's an easily collectible coin. The half crown itself has been made in Britain since 1526. The first edition under King Henry VIII of the half crown was in gold. And when these were initially made, these were hammered generally, or made from a mold. And as they went on after King Henry VIII, it was the next king, Edward VI. It was in silver, and then it went back and forth from silver to gold a couple times. Queen Elizabeth I, she had gold half crowns, but then she switched over to silver half crowns. When Oliver Cromwell became the Prime Minister of England, he actually issued some milled half crowns with himself on them. And then those by milled, what they meant was that it actually was produced using a machine. So the first machine-made British half crowns came out in 1656 and were made by machine until 1658. And they were kind of made both ways, both with a machine and by casting or hammering the coins out. King Charles II had silver half crowns also from 1663 to 1685, and that was the end of the hammered out half crowns, where you actually take the metal and hammer it into shape and then put it in a mold and hammer it into the mold. The silver half crown then lasted until 1946. So the two coins before this one. George VI, his first coin was issued from 1937 until 1946, and it was 50% silver. This particular coin in 1947 was changed to cupro nickel. So this coin itself is not a silver coin, and that's why it's a lot easier to get than anything before 1948. If you go back before 1948, actually before 1947, you're not going to find many half crowns because of their silver content. They've just been scooped up off the market. Okay, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Have a great day, and feel free to subscribe to our channel so that you can see more of these videos if you like world and international coins.